Hello YouTube, this is Aldi's fireworks for 2019. I'm doing this in the same way I did the little one because I just haven't got any other way of doing leaflets at the moment for the sort of reasons I explained in the little video. Roadworks in Taunton and Taunton's general uselessness at giving me leaflets. So without further ado, I'll have a look through the Aldi fireworks website. If you go on the Aldi main homepage, it brings it up like this. You've got to go all the way down past all the crap to bonfire night, where you can click on that and that takes you to the page I had up just now. So they've got all the products, host the perfect bonfire bash, desserts, recipes, whatever. It's actually quite a nice page. No other sort of supermarket has got a page quite like this with sort of all the business on it. So you've got the firework code there, which is good to see. Plenty of other bits. Now, where is the tab I wanted? There it is, party selection. And that's completely useless. I perhaps should have checked the page before I did that. Bear with me 2 seconds. So it turns out the website's shit and there's no point doing it. And that just brings up one thing. So I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. If I could actually spell fireworks, that would be useful even. So it turns out you have just got to search for fireworks in the search box. It does bring up all the products in the end. So you've got 18 items this year. I'll just start from the top and go down. So you've got the Detonator, which is a big 120 shot fan cake. Pretty slow, really. I don't think any of the sort of big Aldi cakes, apart from the new one, are really any good. So there's not really much to say on that other than don't buy it. You can get far superior products for that sort of money. Then you've got the two slightly bigger selection boxes. You've got the number one and the Wow. Personally, I don't think it's worth it at all. This one has got about 155 grams of powder, and this one's about 210. Really not much good. There's a lot of over-packaging. They do look very good, I have to be honest. TNT do have a habit of making very good-looking selection boxes. But for what you're paying, you can get the Visage box in Lidl for 13 quid, which has got 280 grams of powder or 250 or whatever it is. And for just £10 more than the number one, you can get the party box at the range, which is 700 grams and it's just brilliant. So definitely, I wouldn't go for these personally. Then we go to sort of the more interesting bit. You got port fires for the first time, $1.99 for, I think that's 4 or 5. So they're obviously worthwhile. The little tapers you get in selection boxes are pretty poor. So if you don't do much lighting, that's what I'd go for. Then we've got the Big Boom, which is a new product for this year. A very large 19-piece barrage box. As we can see here, there you go, it says 19 pieces on it. So in here you can see you've got the Hellcats cake, and this one here is the Battlestar. That's a couple of very big individual pieces. You can also see obviously there's a couple of rubbish rockets. They're Apollo 4s, so they were sold in Sainsbury's a few years ago. Obviously you've got some Comet bombs, and there'll be some smaller bits and pieces in there as well. But this actually looks quite interesting, and I'm sort of very tempted by it. I'm going to have to be a bit restrained, I think. This is the wrong information on the top here. But as you can see down here, you've got 2 fountains, 1 big wheel, 4 rockets, 3 shot tubes, 2 mines, 7 multi-shots, and sort of these safety bits. So 309 shots worth, plus the fountains, plus the wheel, plus the rockets. So that's pretty good. No doubt there'll be a missile cake in there as well. So it's sort of intriguing rather than brilliant. Obviously I can't say it's not brilliant until we've used it. Someone's left a 5-star review, which is interesting. I think for the joke we'll have to see what that review is. Well, it wasn't available last year, so they didn't, so ignore the review. But either way, that's quite an interesting looking product. And we'll have to be a bit restrained, I think, not to go for that one. Same for the whole shebang, which is 72 shots, fan cake. The video looks pretty good. I won't show you the video now. Like Lidl, you can go on the website and look at the videos. But again, have to be restrained. Otherwise, I'm going to end up spending about 300 quid there, which is a complete waste of my money. Then you've got the Terminator, which is 2 multi-shots. Again, when you're paying sort of this sort of money, same with the Ultimate Finale, you're better off going elsewhere, really, for 50 quid for one individual firework. Not really worth it, in my opinion. Then you've got the Pinky Blinder even, which is a fountain. That looks really nice. I think I'm going to pick one of those up, particularly for a £5. You can't really go too far wrong. Lots of crackle, but for one fountain it's not too bad. So I'm going to have a go and get one of those. It should be alright, hopefully. Then you've got the 2 rocket packs, Airstrike and Sky Pilot, which are pretty good value. You get quite a few rockets for your money. Again, if you're looking for sort of small 1.4G rockets, they're not too bad. Not really much else to say, because 1.4G rockets are what they are, really. So, Big Show, 1999. I think it's 40 shots or 50 shots. 54 shots, even. Not the worst value, but then you don't know what the shots do. Obviously, there's videos on all of these. But for sort of 20 quid, I'd probably suggest maybe not. Sort of, again, it's quite hard to say, though, really. Then you've got the Raging Raptor, which is actually quite, looks really good. It's 36 shots, sort of small, sort of variety shots, 170 grams of powder in it. I've got one of these still from last year that I haven't fired yet, so hopefully at some point I'll be able to get that one out of the way and fire it up and have a look. That's pretty good value, really. For $9.99 you get a bit of variety, so that's not too bad. Then you've got the blasting barrels, so one's a cake, one's a fountain. Again, not too bad value, $9.99. But you can probably do a little bit better. I Lidl sold some a couple of years ago. I was never really a big fan. Star Striker rockets, 8 for £6. Well, that's 75p a rocket. You can't go too far wrong at that price. But then they might be they're probably going to be a bit crap. But again, for 75p each, just not too bad. You've got Loud and Clear shot tubes, $4.99 for 5, so they're perfectly good value. And then the 2 smaller selection boxes. So you've got LOL, which has been there for a long time. It's even got a little Strovey fountain in it, sort of 220 grams, I think, in that one, so that's not too bad. And then the Ready Steady Go, which is actually Aldi's best product. This is the new version of the Astro box. I think for all intents and purposes it's the same. $4.49 for a selection boxes. You can't say no to that sort of value. So you got 15 pieces, 2 Roman candles, a mine, a wheel, a shot tube, and 10 fountains. For that sort of money, there's no going wrong, really. I'll be getting at least one of these, if not a couple, just for the laugh, really. They're so small, they're all quite quiet, and for that sort of money, you can't go too far wrong. So it's almost certainly their best value piece, and I think it's actually a very popular box for obvious reasons. I mean, everyone loves a little cheeky selection box, don't they? So, but yeah, that's Aldi's fireworks. So they're not too bad. There's a few pieces certainly that are very intriguing, as I said about the boom box and the whole shebang. We'll have to see what happens with those. Hopefully, I won't get them for my own bank account's sake. But yeah, that's Aldi's fireworks for 2019. I will hopefully at some point have an actual leaflet to show you rather than just websites, but I'll see what I can find tomorrow when I go out and do a little bit of shopping. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be back at some point. I'm sure I'll end up buying some fireworks. Thank you very much.